Suspecting infidelity can be one of the most painful experiences in a relationship. The uncertainty, the sleepless nights, and the constant questioning can take a toll on anyone. Recognizing the signs of female infidelity is crucial not only for your peace of mind but also for addressing the issue before it escalates. Infidelity, a topic often shrouded in secrecy and taboo, can be devastating in any relationship. Understanding the signs of female infidelity, especially through the lens of Stoicism, can provide clarity and emotional resilience. Stoicism teaches us to approach life's challenges with a calm and rational mind, which is essential when facing the possibility of betrayal. Recognizing potential infidelity involves being aware of certain behavioral cues and changes in communication. Look for patterns and shifts in your partner's actions that deviate from their usual behavior. Here are 13 specific behaviors that might indicate a woman is emotionally or physically straying. 1. Increase secrecy. The mysterious transformation. She becomes a digital Fort Knox, suddenly protective of her phone and computer like a dragon hoarding gold. You'll notice her guarding these devices with the vigilance of a hawk, eyeing a particularly plump mouse. Her phone? Always face down, locked tighter than a bank vault, and her computer? Passwords changed more frequently than a fashionista swaps outfits. She's got a new routine now, cloak and dagger style password updates. Today it's Sunshine 123, but blink, and it's Moonlight for 56. Tomorrow? Who knows, maybe a Starlight 789. Attempting to peek over her shoulder as she types is an exercise in futility, as she shields the screen with the agility of a ninja deflecting a shuriken. And don't even think about borrowing her phone to make a call. She'll hand it over reluctantly, her eyes narrowing as if you're about to reveal the secret formula for Coca-Cola. Need to check something on her laptop? You might as well be asking to launch a nuclear missile. The once shared tech territory has become a no-man's land, and she's the sole guardian, armed with a password arsenal and the determination of a reality show contestant guarding their last piece of chocolate. 2. Emotional distance. There's a noticeable gap in emotional intimacy, and she seems more withdrawn. It's like you're trying to share your innermost thoughts, but she's on another channel, tuned into a different frequency. You're bearing your soul about your existential crisis over pineapple on pizza, and she's responding with a lukewarm "that's nice" while scrolling through her phone. Imagine your emotional connection as a Wi-Fi signal. When you first got together, it was full bars, ultra-fast, no buffering. Now, it's like you're stuck on a slow, glitchy dial-up connection. Every attempt at a heart-to-heart is met with a buffering symbol. You're out here pouring your heart out like Shakespeare, and she's giving you responses as enthusiastic as a DMV employee on a Monday morning. Maybe she's retreating into her own world, building emotional walls higher than a cat avoiding bath time. It's like trying to play emotional dodgeball, and she's just not in the game. You're throwing all these feelings her way, but she's ducking and weaving, leaving you alone in the emotional gymnasium. She's more withdrawn, like a turtle retreating into its shell or an introvert at a networking event. You're left standing there, arms wide open, and she's halfway to the exit, looking for the nearest emotional escape route. It's not that she doesn't care, but something's shifted, and now there's a moat of silence where there used to be a bridge of shared feelings. So here you are, feeling like a mime trapped in an invisible box of emotional disconnect, waving your arms frantically, hoping she'll see you and help tear down these invisible walls. You're craving the closeness you once had, hoping to reconnect the Wi-Fi of your relationship and get back to that high-speed emotional broadband. 3. Unexplained absences. The mystery of the unexplained absences, it's like living with a part-time ghost. One moment she's there, and the next, poof, she's vanished into thin air, leaving you wondering if you've accidentally signed up for a real-life episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Frequent, unexplained absences or those delightfully vague explanations about where she's been can make you feel like a detective in your own home. "Oh, I was just out," she says, with all the clarity of a foggy night. Out where? Out doing what? Buying milk, fighting crime, or perhaps auditioning for a secret agent role. And let's not forget the creative excuses. "I was at the library," she claims, even though you know the last book she read was the instruction manual for the microwave. Or the classic, "I got caught up with some friends, but those friends seem to exist only in the shadowy recesses of her imagination because you've never met them." You start to wonder if she's moonlighting as a superhero, saving the world, while you're just trying to figure out what's for dinner. Or maybe she's a secret member of an underground knitting club, and those late-night rendezvous are about perfecting the art of the pearl stitch. Whatever the case, these unexplained absences leave you in a constant state of suspense, half expecting to find a hidden lair in the basement or a Batmobile parked in the garage. It's like being in a never-ending mystery novel, but with fewer clues and more questions. So, next time she gives you that vague "I was just out" smile and nod. After all, who doesn't love a good mystery? Just make sure to check for secret passageways and hidden compartments. You never know where the next clue might be. 4. Change in appearance. Suddenly, she's transformed into a fashion icon. We're talking full-on glam squad action every morning, like she's got a team of stylists, makeup artists, and possibly even a motivational speaker hidden in her bathroom. Her once casual just rolled out of bed look has been replaced with meticulously coiffed hair, flawless makeup, and outfits that seem plucked straight from a magazine shoot. You used to see her in comfy sweats and a messy bun, but now she's strutting around like she's on a runway, even if it's just to get the mail. Is she going somewhere? Nope, just to the kitchen for a snack, but hey, she's making that trip in stilettos now. This newfound dedication to her appearance is noticeable. Like, really noticeable. People are whispering. Dogs are barking. The neighbor's cat, usually indifferent, is now watching her with newfound respect. It's almost like she's auditioning for a part in a glamorous movie, and the role is best dressed person in real life. Is there a new love interest? Did she find a new Pinterest board titled "How to Slay Every Day"? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, she's dazzling, and everyone around her can't help but notice. 5. Reduced intimacy. Picture this: you're in a relationship that once sizzled with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns. But now, instead of those sparks flying, it feels more like you're trying to ignite a wet matchstick. A significant drop in physical affection and intimate activity can make your romantic life feel like it's stuck in the slow lane, behind a tractor. Gone are the days of spontaneous kisses and affectionate touches. Now, it's more like, "Could you please pass the remote?" and goodnight said from opposite sides of the bed, with a gulf wide enough to fit the Grand Canyon in between. What happened to those steamy sessions that could rival a Hollywood love scene? Instead, it's more akin to two exhausted pandas who just want to eat bamboo and sleep. This decrease in intimacy can be a real relationship pothole, causing all sorts of bumps and jolts. Physical affection is the secret sauce that keeps the relationship burger juicy and flavorful. Without it, you're left with a dry, unappetizing sandwich that no amount of condiments can save. But don't despair. This doesn't mean your relationship is doomed to a lifetime of blandness. Think of it as an opportunity to rediscover each other and reignite that lost spark. Sometimes, all it takes is a little effort, a pinch of creativity, and maybe even a sprinkle of humor to turn things around. So, don't settle for a lukewarm connection. Embrace the challenge and bring back the warmth, because everyone deserves a love life that's more gourmet than fast food. 6. New interests. The inevitable moment when your significant other embarks on a grand voyage of self-discovery and picks up new hobbies or interests. These new passions, curiously, seem to have a "no partners allowed" sign posted at the entrance. At first, you're thrilled for her. "Oh, you've joined a pottery class. That sounds amazing," you exclaim, imagining romantic evenings spent creating lopsided bowls together. But soon you realize she's spinning clay with a group of free-spirited artisans named Moonbeam and Stardust while you're left at home, binge-watching reruns of The Office again. Next, she's suddenly passionate about bird watching. You try to join in, but after an hour of straining your neck to spot a rare warbler that looks suspiciously like a pigeon, you realize this might not be your calling. It's okay, you tell yourself, "I'm happy she's happy." Meanwhile, she's out there with her new ornithologist pals, trading bird calls and chuckling over inside jokes involving binoculars and plumage patterns. Then comes the salsa dancing phase. You bravely attend a class, but your 2 left feet and utter lack of rhythm quickly earn you a polite but firm banishment from the dance floor. She's twirling away with her new dance partner, Carlos, who seems to have stepped straight out of a Latin romance novel. You're supportive, of course, but a tiny part of you starts to wonder if you should have taken up ballroom dancing back in high school. Eventually, you're not just an outsider, you're an outsider with a front row seat to her newfound passions. Each new interest is a shiny, exciting world where you're not quite invited. It's like she's a contestant on Survivor, Relationship Edition, constantly forming alliances with everyone except you. But hey, every cloud has a silver lining. Maybe now's the time for you to dive into your own new interests. Join that obscure sport, take up cooking, beyond instant noodles, or finally learn to play that guitar gathering dust in the corner. After all, relationships are a dance, sometimes together, sometimes solo, and often to the beat of your own drum. 7. Overtime. The magical word that transforms the 9-to-5 into the 9-to-whenever I can finally escape. Suddenly, the clock loses all meaning, and daylight is but a distant memory. Claims of increased workload or late nights at the office become as common as bad coffee in the break room. Yes, you know the drill. Just as you're about to leave, your boss swings by with a smile that screams, "I hope you didn't have plans tonight." Your desk, once a symbol of productivity, now looks like the aftermath of a paper tornado. It's a scene straight out of a corporate horror movie. Colleagues exchange sympathetic glances, sharing tales of projects multiplying faster than gremlins in a rainstorm. Deadlines loom like storm clouds, and the only thing thicker than the tension in the air is the stack of paperwork on your desk. You contemplate the mysteries of the universe. Why does everything need to be done right now? Is there a secret competition to see who can stay the latest? The vending machine becomes your best friend, offering solace in the form of overpriced snacks and sugary drinks. You might even start naming the office plants for company during those lonely late-night hours. Kevin the Fern seems to understand your pain, silently judging your life choices as you chug another energy drink. Eventually, you become nocturnal, perfectly attuned to the eerie glow of your computer screen. The cleaning crew feels like family, and the hum of the fluorescent lights becomes your lullaby. But fear not, for overtime has its perks. There's that overtime pay, which, let's be honest, feels like a drop in the bucket compared to your newfound commitment. So, next time you hear the dreaded overtime, embrace the chaos. After all, it's just another chapter in the never-ending saga of office life, filled with laughter, caffeine, and the occasional existential crisis. 8. Friends' involvement. Imagine this: your partner is like a rare collector's item, cherished and exclusive, and you're the lucky owner who gets to enjoy its presence. But lately, it seems like everyone else has discovered its value, and you're left standing in line for a chance to admire it. Your beloved is spending more time with friends than with you, often invoking the sacred mantra of girl time. It's like she's a social butterfly fluttering around a garden of pals, while you're stuck in a cocoon of solitude. Sure, girl time is essential. It's like a mystical ritual where secrets are shared, giggles are unleashed, and cosmic sisterhood is reaffirmed. But what about bus time? Isn't there a club for just the two of you where the password is a wink and a smile? You might find yourself feeling like a guest star in her life, appearing occasionally between episodes of Besties Forever and the Sisterhood of the Traveling Chat. It's as if she's a celebrity with an entourage, and you're the adoring fan holding the camera. Of course, it's not all bad. Her friendships are a sign of her social prowess and emotional health. After all, you wouldn't want to date a hermit unless you're into that sort of thing. But still, balance is key. You're not asking for a monopoly on her time, just a fair share. Maybe she could pencil you in between brunches and shopping sprees, like a highly coveted reservation at an exclusive restaurant. So, what to do? Perhaps it's time for a friendly negotiation. Suggest some couple-timed activities that are just as thrilling as her girl-time adventures. Think outside the box, something fun, unique, and memorable. Maybe even propose a double date with her friends, blending the worlds and creating a social Venn diagram where everyone overlaps in harmony. Ultimately, it's about communication. Let her know how you feel, but with a touch of humor and understanding. Express your desire to be part of her world, not just an occasional visitor. With the right mix of honesty, charm, and a sprinkle of humor, you might just find yourself back in the spotlight, starring in the hit show Us Together. 9. Inconsistent stories. The mysterious case of the ever-changing narrative. It's like trying to follow a plot twist in a soap opera. you never know what's coming next. One moment, she's recounting her adventures as if she's Indiana Jones, and the next, she's more elusive than a ninja in a fog. It's like playing detective in a funhouse maze where every turn leads to a different version of the truth. You ever notice how her stories seem to have more plot holes than a slice of Swiss cheese? I mean, you could use them as a blueprint for a choose-your-own-adventure book. And just when you think you've got it all figured out, she throws a curveball that even Sherlock Holmes would struggle to decipher. And oh, the defensiveness! It's like watching someone try to defend their high score in a game of two truths and a lie. You gently prod for clarification, and suddenly, you're in a courtroom drama with her as the star witness, pleading the fifth faster than you can say objection. But hey, who needs consistency when you've got entertainment value, right? It's like watching a sitcom where the laugh track plays every time she switches gears. Just grab some popcorn, sit back, and enjoy the show. Who knows, maybe one day she'll reveal the grand master plan behind her ever-evolving tales. Or maybe she's just auditioning for a role in the next big Hollywood blockbuster, The Chronicles of the Confounded Storyteller. 10. Secretive communication. The clandestine world of secretive communication. It's like stumbling upon a hidden treasure map or catching a spy in action, isn't it? You're minding your own business, perhaps innocently scrolling through your phone, when suddenly you detect a flicker of secrecy in the air. There she is, huddled over her device, a sly grin playing on her lips as she taps away furiously, or perhaps she's whispering sweet nothings into the phone, casting furtive glances your way like a cat with a canary. But hold on a minute, what's this? Could it be a secret rendezvous with a long-lost lover? Or maybe she's arranging a covert operation to overthrow the tyranny of the office coffee machine that always seems out of order. The possibilities are as endless as they are intriguing. Now, before you jump to conclusions and start drafting your own spy novel titled The Case of the Mysterious Texts, let's consider a few other scenarios. Perhaps she's coordinating a surprise birthday party for you, complete with a cake shaped like your favorite superhero, because who doesn't want to feel like a caped crusader on their special day? Or maybe she's just indulging in some top-secret gossip with her best friend about who wore what to the latest celebrity shindig. Of course, there's always the chance that it's nothing more than an intense game of Candy Crush or a heated debate in the group chat about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. Spoiler alert, it does. So, before you start dusting off your detective hat and monocle, remember to approach the situation with a healthy dose of curiosity and humor. After all, life is far more entertaining when you embrace the mysteries and absurdities that come your way, whether they're hidden in a text message or lurking behind the office water cooler. And who knows, you might just uncover a juicy secret or two along the way. Just don't forget to bring popcorn and your best spy gadgets, you never know when you might need them. 11. Criticism. Criticism, the unsolicited gift that keeps on giving. Picture this, you're cruising through the relationship highway, enjoying the scenic views of love and companionship, when suddenly a wild critic appears. Now, let's give credit where it's due. Criticism isn't always a villain in the story of love. Constructive criticism is like adding seasoning to a dish, it enhances the flavor and helps you grow. But when it's served with a side of passive aggressiveness or snarkiness, well, that's when things get spicy in all the wrong ways. Imagine your partner channeling their inner Simon Cowell, judging your every move like it's the final round of a talent show. I'm sorry, but your performance in the loading the dishwasher lack passion and finesse. It's a no from me. And then there's the classic relationship whack-a-mole. You think you've resolved one issue, but bam! Another one pops up. It's like trying to plug a leaky boat with bubble gum. You patch one hole, only to find 3 more springing up elsewhere. But fear not, for there's hope amidst the storm of criticism. Communication is your trusty lifeboat in this sea of relationship woes. Dive deep, explore the root causes, and remember, laughter can sometimes be the best life jacket. After all, a well-timed joke can deflate even the most inflated egos. So, when faced with a barrage of critiques, remember to take a deep breath, muster your best poker face, and respond with grace and humor. Who knows, maybe one day you'll look back and laugh about the time you got roasted for leaving the toilet seat up. 12. Indifference. Indifference, the lukewarm coffee of emotions, neither hot nor cold, just kind of there. Picture this: you pour your heart out to someone, sharing your deepest thoughts and feelings, and their response? A casual shrug and an whatever floats your boat attitude. Talk about a mood killer. It's like showing up to a party with all the excitement of a sloth on a Sunday afternoon, only to find out the host couldn't care less if you showed up or not. It's as if emotions are playing hide and seek, but indifference has decided to take a nap instead of joining the game. In relationships, indifference is like trying to have a heartfelt conversation with a brick wall. It just doesn't respond. You might as well be talking to a houseplant for all the emotional feedback you'll get. And let's be honest, getting ghosted by a houseplant would probably hurt less. But hey, maybe indifference has its perks. I mean, imagine the bliss of not caring about that awkward thing you said 3 years ago, or the fact that your favorite socks have mysteriously disappeared into the abyss of the laundry room. Ignorance might not always be bliss, but indifference sure seems like a cozy little corner of apathy where nothing can touch you. In the end, indifference is like that distant relative who shows up to family gatherings, eats all the snacks, and then disappears without a trace. You might notice their absence, but you can't quite bring yourself to care. And hey, if life gives you indifference, maybe it's time to make lemonade or something like that. 13. Financial changes. The mysterious world of finances. It's like a never-ending scavenger hunt where the prize is either a sigh of relief or a gasp of disbelief. Picture this: you're leisurely sipping your morning coffee when suddenly, bam, you discover unexplained expenses lurking in the depths of your bank statement. It's like finding a hidden compartment in your sofa filled with loose change, except this time, it's not so amusing. Now, let's talk about secret bank accounts. It's like discovering your partner has a secret talent for juggling finances. You thought you knew everything, but turns out there's a whole circus act happening behind your back. It's like stumbling upon a parallel financial universe where your money travels without your consent, probably enjoying a pina colada on a beach you've never heard of. But fear not, intrepid explorer of financial mysteries. When life throws you unexplained expenses, just grab a magnifying glass and your Sherlock Holmes hat, because it's time to channel your inner detective. Maybe those mysterious charges are just your long-lost cousin subscription you totally forgot about. Or perhaps it's the ghost of online shopping past haunting your bank account. Either way, it's bound to be an adventure worthy of a blockbuster movie, or at least a good story for your next family gathering. As for secret bank accounts, well, isn't that just the plot twist you never saw coming? It's like discovering your pet goldfish has been leading a double life as a secret agent. You can't help but admire the audacity while simultaneously questioning your own detective skills. But hey, every cloud has a silver lining, right? Maybe your partner's secret account is just a rainy day fund for surprise vacations or elaborate birthday presents. Or maybe they're just really into playing Monopoly in real life. So, embrace the financial rollercoaster, my friend. Life is full of surprises, and sometimes those surprises come with dollar signs attached. Just remember, behind every unexplained expense and secret bank account lies a story waiting to be uncovered. And who knows? Maybe you'll stumble upon buried treasure, or at the very least, a reason to finally clean out your inbox. Unexplained expenses or secret bank accounts come to light. For instance, imagine Sarah, who has always been open with her partner about her day. Suddenly, she starts guarding her phone, has new unexplained expenses, and often claims she's working late but comes home looking unusually happy. These changes, combined, could be indicators of infidelity. When addressing your suspicions, approach the conversation calmly and rationally. 1. Choose a neutral, private setting for the discussion. 2. Use "I feel" statements to express your feelings without sounding accusatory. 3. Be prepared for a range of emotions and responses. 4. Focus on understanding and resolving the issue rather than placing blame. Common doubts may include second-guessing your observations or fearing false accusations. It's essential to 1. Trust your instincts, but also seek tangible evidence before jumping to conclusions. 2. Consult with a trusted friend or therapist for an objective perspective. 3. Be aware that not all changes signify infidelity. There could be other underlying issues. Recognizing the signs of potential infidelity is critical, but it's equally important to address them with a clear mind and a stoic approach. Open communication and trust form the foundation of any strong relationship. Remember, these 13 behaviors are potential indicators, not definitive proof of infidelity. Reflect on the signs mentioned here and consider how they apply to your relationship. Share your experiences in the comments and subscribe for more content on relationship dynamics and Stoicism. Let's build a community focused on understanding and emotional resilience.